Facts on the lesson. Live in the hills, but it still get spread. Started with a live, but it still reinvested. Fear how I feel, then you feel like a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is how I get ready before. I don't know if this is how we're going to start it. It'd be very weird. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I got the watch list coming in April 4th, and we have a major catalyst this week. It is the Fed minutes. So you've probably heard me talk about Europe and gas. That's going to come up. You've probably heard about the divergence, but a lot of people have asked for the next move, and we've said until there's another catalyst, whether it's economic data or what we saw at the beginning of this year in January, the Fed minutes may cause a reaction. So that is coming in on Wednesday. This is the first major thing we got to be watching, and what they're going to be discussing, it is going to be all about the balance sheet reduction. Powell kind of hinted at it. So depending on what we got from this today or this week, you got to watch banks and bonds. That's what I would be doing right now. And then the next thing, we got more updates on the whole Russia gas thing. And then there's even a couple more things. They want to do more sanctions, but energy, Russia, and a lot of the headlines coming out there this week, those will be a big driver. So I got a couple of other things I want to talk about. There was some little news events and there is a couple of plays, but literally all week we're going to have one big catalyst and then a lot of other mini ones. So I hope you're ready. So Chad, drop your thumbs up on the video, do the oh yeah, that's what I was pointing down. The comments, random play, I will pay you. If you hit on the random comment picker, I will pay you. You will get $100 minimum, okay? We'll start there, $100 for a good play. But Chad, we need your help. This is the random comment picker. What we ask on this watch list, today's Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. We ask you post a random option trade, strike price, expiration date, all of that. We will pick a random one in the morning and we're going to see the performance. So Chad, it's looking good. Let's get something, but God bless you and let's go. Let's get paid. Let's get paid. But as far as this week and what we're expecting, again, Wednesday is going to be the big one, but now let's talk about Russia a little bit. This is going to be the next one. Again, what I'm going to be doing for the Fed minutes, looking at banks and bonds. We will probably talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, so be on stream just in case I do make any plays on that. But now, Russia, what is happening? One, it started really early in the weekend about them halting the payments because of the ruble. There's even this headline, Latvia, they're even actually down with finding a way to pay for it. I think it was Lithuania who said that they are what? They said they have achieved full energy independence. So some people are cutting off, but that was like the main headline. But then a couple days ago, even today, they are talking about now war crimes in Russia. So it was like Bucha. They're saying that Russia killed a bunch of citizens. There's like all these horrific, images. But why is this important? Because now Germany is calling for more sanctions. So essentially, you can see here, this is the breakdown. Again, a lot of people now are pushing for more sanctions. This is going to be key to watch to see if Germany escalates. Again, it started this week with everything with energy and how they're going to be getting gas. So that's what we need to be watching. I would even be watching LNG in the United States, because if it gets worse there in Germany, we are going to start sending gas. So keep that in mind. But now, besides that, we got more updates there with Odessa. If you don't remember, on Friday, there was like a helicopter attack on a Russian oil facility. There will be a Russian and Ukrainian remote talk. That's like a peace talk tomorrow. So we'll see what headlines come out of that. And then now on top of the oil situation, the UK is preparing to nationalize Gazprom's supply arm. So pretty much they're going to take over part of the Russian oil company. And then finally, another Russian headline this week, you will be getting another bond payment due on Monday. So it's only about like 500 billion only. I know I say that, but if you remember the other day, there was a headline about Russia buying back bonds. Well, pretty much they bought back the bonds and paid off everybody. There's only like 500 billion outstanding that kept in, said, no, we want the payment. So we will see what happened. But all of these events, this is going to tie into oil and energy. There was a headline over the weekend, people saying stuff about oil not being as high as we thought it would be right now. So that was interesting. But again, all of these headlines are going to factor into it. We're going to be getting the bond payments on Monday. You're going to get the peace talk. We'll see what happens with more sanctions and now, escalating by saying Putin is a war criminal. So that is escalation. That will affect commodities and all of that. That's Monday. Wednesday for the Fed minutes. And then now Friday, another commodity. You're getting another agricultural report. If you guys saw last week, we saw corn and wheat move off of that. So on Friday, we're going to get another set of estimates. We're going to go over this on stream. I actually do have numbers, exports, imports, acreages farmed, and all of that. I am even going to make another wheat play. So, stick around here for a little bit. But that's another catalyst coming in on Friday. Tie this to everything going on. We are going to get a lot of activity. So I know I ran through all of it, but I hope it's simple. Got the Fed minutes, you got the crop report, and then you got Russia pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Friday throughout, and we'll see what happens with Europe and if the gas crunch starts. So there's that. Those are all the other headlines. I think there's two other main things you're going to need to watch this week. The first one, China. If you remember, BABA gapped up on Friday. It was actually positive developments. I know I made a play. I kind of got clapped. I was wrong. The plays actually stayed up. That's the weird thing with the BABA options, but China has removed a key hurdle to allow audits into the United States. Pretty much they got rid of a rule that says only Chinese companies can audit Chinese companies. So now that's a positive development. We saw the gap up on Friday and it came down. Any of those updates and any of the movements on China stocks, that will be a big key to watch. And then railroad, truckers, any transportation stocks. I don't know if you saw it on Friday, but people are talking about a freight recession. So first thing, it's obvious, supply chains and gas prices. That has people kind of pessimistic about the travel industry. Again, go watch IYT. We've had a video on this. Sometimes this is a recession leader or indicator to watch during volatility. But now, remember, we got that jobs report on Friday. Well, truckers were actually one of the only groups to report loss of jobs and actually going down. So some people are getting worried about it again. We saw that as a big move on Friday. It is definitely something big we're going to have to watch this week. So keep your eyes out for that. And then even more Russia stuff. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of here. The ruble rebounding. Blinken commented on it, but he said that he does expect that it's not sustainable. What did he say? He said, so I think you're going to see that change in reference to the ruble staying strong. So just with all that in mind, with everything with the oil stuff and now that, just watch the currencies and all of those developments overseas. We may get a lot of volatility this week. So that is pretty much it. I do got a couple of plays that I need to go over, but again, pay attention to the minutes, the divergence, everything we've talked about. This may very well be one of those movements, or we may actually see nothing. So let's see what's going to happen. But now let us get into the play. I know I just ran in. I'm excited. Okay. I don't know. I didn't even explain the outfit. We kept this simple. It's the weekend. I'm ready to go, man. It's like cozy too outside. Okay. I have a lot of ADD if you couldn't tell. I'm not even talking into this, Mike. You want to see it? Actually, is this okay? Anyways, but as far as the plays, I went with the ConocoPhillips. We talked about this one on Friday. I didn't think I was going to get another play, but what ended up happening, the plays opened down 40%, even though oil names were up on Friday, or they were down a little bit, then went up. So I decided to go with one. I went a little bit closer to the money, same expiration. I got the August, but I went with the 145 instead of the 155. I bought 5 of them for about 50 cents. They dropped about, or they went up like 2%, didn't do much throughout the day. I was confusing the other ones that went down. The other play we'll go over, but the ConocoPhillips, I'm going to be writing this out. I will even add more. I kept it a little bit smaller there with 200, but like I'm saying with oil, people were even talking about it this weekend. They think that oil is actually cheaper with everything going on. They're saying that the Russia risk and all of the supply stuff on the back end, they say it's not resolved, and even then, $100 is very cheap, and that's just the result of all the job owning, the SPR release, and all that. So going to be focusing on this. Go watch yesterday's video or the one before this weekend, and you'll see that is a very good play. I'm really, really liking that, but that's the first one. Then the second play, I went with a EWJ. So this is Japan. I kept this one kind of small as well. I mean, it's a decent amount, $200, but I will scale into this play. I think it's kind of more of a feeler. I did see it on the scanner. I went with the May 20th, so less time. EWJ, $58 puts. I grabbed 3 of them at 71 cents, and the reason is Japan, they haven't been doing good. Their yield curve problems, it is not acting as a safe haven, and again, any global volatility with currencies and everything going on, I think it might be a good play. So I said, all right, let me grab some of these puts, kept it small, but this one, not as confident on, but I'm definitely going to ride this one out and see what happens. And then for the final play, like we're saying, the minutes are going to be key. I already got a put on the Goldman Sachs. That's the one we got last week. It went up like 30%. I'm down on that Oswald Fargo, if you remember that, but I may go both ways. I may look for another bank call this week. I may even grab a put. What I'm trying to say, both ways may be good. I'm leaning leaning more towards the downside with the banks, depending on what we get or if there's an initial shock reaction. But if yields go up, it could benefit. We've just been watching that weird back and forth. But bank stocks, I think they are going to be a big focus. So definitely watch out for those. As far as everything else, riding a lot of the plays from last week, those Coinbases, that was like 2 weeks ago. They got clapped. Still holding those out, but we'll see what happens with crypto and if those come up there. But those were April 14th. The BABA, like I said, those actually ended up going higher, even though there was a 10% gap up. But we'll see what happens with that. That EWZ, still riding that. I kind of want to take profit, but we're in the money now, and that's part of the commodity plays. Even Alcoa, I may go for a double dip. That's another one I'm going to be watching this week. And then EXC, I really like. And then I saw that old FedEx play. If you remember, we played it for earnings, but now watching some of these moves, I may want to double dip. So we will see what happens. But again, do not forget how simple this week is. You got a lot of the Russia stuff. Watch commodities, food, oil. You even get another catalyst on Friday. And then the minutes on Wednesday, they could be big. So let's see what happens. But Chad, I'm going to see you in the morning. Make sure hydrate, healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. And I need you to control what you can control. I did that one good, bro. I didn't mess it up. Let's go, baby. Oh, I'm hyped off it. So let's go. Wake up and drive. I'm going to see you in the morning. God bless you. That was good. That wasn't even... let's go. It's going to be a good week. And you're living in history, Chad. I love you. Okay? Goodbye.